Hello guys, today we are going to see the most interesting topic of the service now called as a decision table. First, in this topic, I'm going to explain you why we are going to use the decision table, what are the use, how to configure the decision table within ServiceNow, and how you can call the decision tables or you can implement the decision tables within the flow designer, etc. Okay, so first, why to use the decision table? Because it helps to resolve the complex decision that depends on the multiple factors. Okay. Second, it is a systematic approach where the different input combinations and their corresponding system behaviors are captured in a tabular form. Okay. And it provides a single point where you create, view, and modify the decisions. So basically giving you an simple example that if you are writing an if and if else loop, more nested if else loops within the flow designer, you can configure that all the conditions, inputs and outputs into a decision table, and you can make a decision into the flow designer. Okay, here I am taking two examples here. So first example, if you see, there is a decision input and decision input entries like cost, item type, rights available, and decision answers. So what does it means? Let's consider the cost is less than $1,000. Item type is software. Rights available is yes or no. Then the approval should go to the manager. If the cost is between $1,000 to $2,500, item type is software, rights available is yes, then it should go, approval should trigger to the manager. So else you will see here the decision inputs are cost, item type, and rights available, and these are the decision input entries. Based on this decision input entries, you want the output to be displayed. Okay, this is one of the example of the decision table, how where you can configure it. I will show you in the later session how you can configure the decision table. Second, you will see the second example, which I'm showing on the screen, is like a request type. So let's consider if the request type is legal, what needed any, priority is one or two, then the decision answers like assign the category to the high priority legal and assignee should be XYZ as per your organization conditions. You can define it and you can implement them into the decision table. Fifth, you will see there are three important tables uh, you need to remember as a developer. One is sys underscore decision table. Second one is sys underscore decision input table. Third is the sys decision underscore question, and another one is the answer records. Okay. So first table decision table record represents a single decision. Okay, this is just a single record where you will create a decision, and based on that, inside that decision, you will configure the inputs and outputs, and then the answer records, etc. Sixth, there are two properties regarding the decision tables. One is the com.glide.decision underscore table dot max inputs. So you can limit your maximum inputs whenever you are defining a decision table. Okay. And maximum questions also you can define here in the property. Now let's go to the ServiceNow instance and see how the decision table can be configured. Okay. So in the left navigation pane, you can just give decision tables. Under system definitions, you will have a decision tables. Okay. Once you open the decision table, you will see this type of a table which will be open, and you will see there are predefined decision tables which are already been created uh, out of the box, which are available. One of the decision table which I have created, you will see once you open this approver policy from the decision table. Okay, you can create a new, basically from here you can click on new and you can create a new decision table. Once you click on new, you will find like this interface where you can give the name of your decision. You will find the inputs here. Okay, so if you want to add the additional input, you can just click on the add button and you can add it. If you want to delete, you can delete it from here. This is nothing but the inputs what you are going to enter. One is cost, one is item type, one is request type. So what type of variables are this? So cost is nothing but currency, so I've selected the currency here. Item type is a choice, so I have given the choice like what are the different choices this item type will have, that I can mention it here. Okay, if you want to give another like hardware, you can just give the hardware and add it. Okay, similarly you have the rights available. So you will see I have configured here the rights available as yes, no, yes, and no. These are the three choices available. Let me just delete this. So these are nothing but the input variables which are been configured. So if you go to our previous example, if you see the cost, input type, and rights available. So these are nothing but the first input variables you are going to create. Okay. So cost, item type, and right available. Next, you will see the decision table here. So if you see here, if the cost is less than $1,000 and item type is software and rights available is yes or no, you will see the approver is manager here. Okay. So if you see from our slides here, okay, you will see the cost is less than 1,000, item type is software, rights available is yes or no. This you can configure it here. So to configure this, you can just click on this add decision rule. Wait, me add it here. So once you add it here, you can just click here and open in a decision tool here. So once you open in the decision rule, you can see the input variables available, like item type is this, item type is that. You can just give it here. If you want to add the another new condition sets here and or all, you can try to add it here. Okay. So for the time being, I'll cancel it. So once you add this, you will see the approvers. So I'm taking the approvers from one of the table called that from the table which I have created. You can take any of the table like where you want to trigger the record or from where the record you want to pick it, etc. Okay. Even you can, if you want this decision builder to be looked up to the record producer, you can have here the record producer name. You can have here the reference type as a reference, and then you can look up to the any reference table whichever you want here. Okay, this is all regarding how you can create the decision table within the decision table. Okay, you have some of the properties here. Okay, in which application your name, you can change it from here, etc. You can save it, you can delete it from here. Okay, once you save this, now if you want to run this or execute this decision builder or a decision table, how you will do it? So you can navigate to the flow designer. You can open any one of the flow designer where you want to call this decision table. Once you open this, in the add action flow logic or subflows, you can click on the flow logic. In the flow logic, you will see a make a decision here. See, in the make a decision, you can just give a label like river, and in the decision table, you can just call that table. So let me just call like callback topic policy in the flow designer. I can go and do the callback policy. Okay, use the branches, include otherwise, etc. So you can give here what is the portal is, the channel ID, whatever pickup of the record from the record which you are creating, and based on that record you can go and trigger the decision build. So this is how you can create the decision table within the ServiceNow, how you can configure the inputs of the decision and output of the decision based on these results, and how you can call it in the record producer. Similarly, you can call this also via scripts. Okay. Yep. So this is all about the decision builder table. Thank you.